Hello, I am Sarah Millican and welcome to episode 93 of How to Be Champion Storytime Spectacular. Ta-da! Ha-ha. Can't do it like that. Ta-da! It's just ha-ha, but in a different way. We are part way through. I mean, what a terrible what a terrible time to have stopped recording and just go, hey, in the middle of a recipe, see you tomorrow. But I did, because I'm like that. We are in the middle. We've done 4 points of, how many points is there? Oh, it's quite a lot of points. We'll keep cracking on. So this is the recipe for my very favourite cake. If you are joining us here, where have you been? This is episode 93. Go back. Number 5. Once you've made space to work, clean the bench. Cat paws have probably been on there. Maybe a cat bum. Also, because you're near the microwave, there's bound to be a blob of something inexplicable that is harder than the best of cocks and needs a chisel to budge it. Before you clean the bench, smell the dishcloth. I usually find this smell of the past. Pop it in the washing machine, get a new one out. Number 6. By now, the oven has been on bloody ages, so make a note to remember to apologise to whoever pays the bill is in your house. If it's you, remember this is all for cake. Number 7. Measure out 285 grams, 10 ounces of plain flour and pop it in a bowl with 1 teaspoon of bicarb and half a teaspoon of salt. The recipe says to sift it, but who can honestly be asked? I mean, make sure it isn't one big lump. But I've never once had someone eat a slice of my cake and spit it out because it's not been bloody sifted. Is it sifted? Sifted it? Sifted it. Number 8. In a separate bowl, they always assume you've got 2, don't they? Plop some butter, 110 grams, 4 ounces, and some caster sugar, 225 grams, 8 ounces. Don't think about the amount of both of those things anymore. It's cake we're making. It's supposed to have butter and sugar in it. Otherwise, why are we bothering? If you like making cakes with grated courgettes and beetroot, might I suggest you're reading the wrong book? I love butter and sugar like they're my kids. I've accepted that you can't have cake and good skin, and I'm willing to make the sacrifice. The butter should be soft but not melted. If you forgot to get it out of the fridge before, just cut it into lots of small bits. That'll help. Number 9. I normally use a tablespoon for this bit. Cream the butter and sugar together until they are combined and it looks like sugary butter, but not buttery sugar. Number 10. Add 2 eggs and mix thoroughly. Wooden spoon time, so get it out of your sex drawer and give it a rinse first. I always buy medium eggs and use them for all recipes, including the ones that say large ones. And again, no one has ever put a slice of my cake down, declaring it inedible as the eggs were slightly smaller than required. I usually find if you make a cake for people, they clap when you tell them. Look for a kettle and tea bags and eat it willingly, smiling all the way. I also make sure I'm in the room to hear any compliments. I occasionally ask people to repeat them if they're talking too quietly. Number 11. Mash 4 ripe bananas with a fork. These are the rescue bananas. Look at their little faces. They'd be put down if it weren't for you. Make a note to remind yourself you're a hero later. Number 12. Add the mashed rescue bananas to the mix and stir thoroughly. Number 13. Now, buttermilk. What the fuck is that? I hear you ask. The recipe, God bless Barrowman, tells you what to do if you don't live near a buttermilk shop. Pop 1.5 teaspoons of vinegar, yes, chip vinegar, not any of the other ones, into 85 millilitres or 3 fluid ounces of normal milk and mix it. You can use lemon juice instead of vinegar, but I find lemon juice separates a bit where vinegar doesn't. Also, I've always got vinegar in, whereas unless you catch me around pancake time, lemon juice is unlikely. Add the buttermilk, or as I call it, chip milk, and mix. Number 14. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Number 15. Now, this is where Barrowman gets Millicanized. He wishes. Actually, I wish. I like his recipe, but for me, it needed 2 family bags of giant chocolate buttons. Name me a recipe that can't be improved by giant chocolate buttons. Name me a meal. Name me a sex position. You can't, because it doesn't exist. And when I say family bags, I mean the only bags anyone ever buys. The ones with the joke on the bag, you know, resealable. Empty the 2 bags onto a chopping board. Try 5 or 6 of them from each bag to make sure they aren't off. Cut all of the buttons in half and then put them in with the rest of the cake mix and stir thoroughly. And I'm going to be a real bastard and I'm going to stop it there. So that is the end of episode 93. I do hope you enjoyed it. Am I doing the right thing? Yes. It's a really cruel place to stop. Come back for the rest of the recipe tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last episode, and I know that's sad. I feel sad. I'm assuming some of you are sad because if you hated these, you would have fucked off a long time ago. Send me comment in the comments. Send me a little message and let me know if you've watched these from the beginning. We've been on this a long time, and I'm so grateful that you're all here and that you've all been enjoying them and sending me nice, lovely comments underneath the message, underneath the videos. So send me a message underneath in the comments on whichever format you're watching this: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, to let me know that you've been there from the beginning, and let me know also if you've gone back over and you've sort of, you know, caught up, and I'd like to hear from you. That would be lovely. Take care of yourselves, stay in the house, wash your fucking hands. If you go outside, wear a mask, look after each other, and I will see you tomorrow for the final episode. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more. I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.